My name is Damilola Mike-Bamiloye. I am the writer, producer, and the director of photography for the movie The Train.
Where are you right now, Daddy?
Yeah, I'm on the shooting of the film, The Train. And Tango, we're moving. Watch out for that movie, The Train.
Yeah.
So how it all started. This was how it started. For a long time I've been having this vision, this dream of making a movie for Mount Zion, to the story of Mount Zion, and also particularly the story of Daddy Mike-Bamiloye. So it has been like a passion, it has been like a desire. But there are limiting factors involved in this kind of project. The first limiting factor is the fact that the finance is a big project. We are talking about going back in time, having old school dresses and costumes and all those things, and wardrobes, So it looks so challenging. So at that point, I dropped this. The idea keeps coming to my mind, but I keep waving it aside. Then it happened last year. We were in Houston, Texas. Pastor Badri had this secret meeting with Joshua, myself. He was there. Pastor Badri was there. Evangelist Wale Adeyi was there. Evangelist Rex was there, and Evangelist Evan Jared. They were all there. And so the meeting was about planning Daddy's birthday. So it gave Joshua and I the assignment of doing something out of Nigeria. He said it could be anything that we desire to do, anything creative, anything in Nigeria is our responsibility, and it was supposed to be a secret. So immediately he said that, the Holy Spirit just ministered to me. I just felt it strong in my heart that, okay, this is the time to make that film, to make that movie, about the story of Mike-Bamiloye, the biography, biopic movie of Mike-Bamiloye. So I started writing the script, and I asked Daddy some questions. I asked Mommy Adikpeju Adeshiyan some questions, and the script was ready. The first draft was ready. Then, as I was reading through the script, I knew that I could not handle this project as per directing wise. I could not direct this. This is way beyond me, because it has to do with some facts that I may not have knowledge about. The events that happened at that time, I wasn't present, so there's no way I will be able to interpret that visually. So now the challenge is who's going to direct the movie. And so I told Daddy Yemi, just came to my mind, okay, Daddy Yemi Adepoju was there also. And Daddy Isaac too is a very amazing director. So I called Daddy Yemi Adepoju, who happens to be one of the foundational members of Mount Zion. So I also called Daddy Isaac Akitude, so that they will help in the directing. Daddy Isaac read the script and he was impressed. So this is a very good message. Daddy Yemi read the script and he thought to himself, I said, "Damn, the script cannot end in this place," because where the script originally ended was the chapter it finished was the train. That was the last scene, the train experience. That was supposed to be the last scene. That was supposed to be the last part, So he told me, he said, "Look, if you finish here, we've not really, we've not done justice to the movie." So, and he told me, he said, where the glory of Mount Zion actually, started was at the filming of Agbarala. So I had to add that, and I had fears adding Agbarala to the what I'd already written, because to me it was like, after finishing the script I realized from my calculation it looks like a 2 hours movie. So adding another 45 minutes to it was scary to me. So I saw his view, I saw his point of view, and I decided to work on that, and I added to the scenes. I added Agbanala edition, everything that happened in Agbanala, the locations, the glue and everything, and amazingly it came out more beautiful than I thought. So the Agbanala scenes were kudos to Daddy Yemi Adepoju, who cautioned me and told me that, look, don't let it stop at the train, because the title is The Train, so I thought it should end at the train. So it wasn't that he told me that, look, it shouldn't end at the train, no, it should end at the Agbarala's situation.
Okay, my name is Abiola Adetoye, and I played the role of Adepeju in the movie The Train. It's been an amazing time. When I got the script, I was so glad in that I read the story that I got to know some of the things I never knew about our daddy, and it really was interesting. And since we started the location, it's really been good. Challenges. When I heard that I was going to be speaking Ijesha, yes, it's Ijesha now. I was like, seriously, how do I do that? But I love scripts or storylines that challenges me or that pushes me to learn. So acting out of the norm, like it's not the normal English school or whatever. So that's really got me interested in the script, and also it's been good. And I love the dress, the hairstyle. I've been having a wonderful time here, and having to know that there is no one God cannot use. Looking at the story of our daddy and who God has made him to be now, it's a challenging story and an inspiring story to me. And I know that when the movie is out, it's going to bless millions of lives. So the directors did a very good job. They will make sure that you give them the best, the very best. That is all that they want from you, and they would see to it that you give it to them. And those I acted with, wow, very amazing set of persons. Then Abayomi Junior, wow. The Jesha language in his mouth, I'm like, really, seriously. Mayano, I was just telling somebody that I hope I will not wake up and just be speaking in Jesha one day. It's been an amazing time. Watch out for The Train.
Hi everyone, my name is Oluwasola Peter, and I'm the first son of evangelist Eshupo from Ezekiel, and though I'm the second born, and I was born on November 27, 2006, and I'm in GS3, and I'm a student of Adepeju Comprehensive College, Ilesha Road, Osun State, Ile-Ife. Action. The producer gave my daddy the script 2 days to the location. And since the day he gave it to him, we've been rehearsing. God really helped me.
So I was a good lawyer to look there.
Like those local things like coins. I've never seen coins before. I've just been hearing of coins in the olden days. They are using coins. I've just been hearing it. And the pots, black pots. I've not even seen it, talk less of using it. And the Jesha dialects. It was hard.
Emila Darini, ṣé ti gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? Ń bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ìjọ mi ṣe Goliath o.
Ó ṣe Goliath. Kó sí ọ.
Okay, let's go. Action.
Goliath dìda.
No, this is your action. What's your Goliath here?
Adiakara, hey! As in, that akara is too big. I was just eating it. I don't know I can act as I acted, but God just did everything.
Understand where? Let's go.
Ó ṣe Goliath. Kó sí ọ.
Kó ti rí níṣe. Wò Goliath ló dáa fún ọ. Wò ó mọ̀ pé kí nílẹ̀ Goliath ló dáa fún ọjọ́. Níṣe mi fẹ́ kú àti pé Dáfídì ló pa Goliath ń gbẹ̀. Ó rà ṣe kó mọ̀ pa á. Níṣe mi fẹ́ kú. Goliath dá. Èèyàn dáadáa ni Goliath tó kàn yẹn pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ inú ẹ̀ lé dáa.
Ó ṣe Goliath. Ó dá ìwọ ṣe Goliath nígbẹ̀.
Èmi kí n ṣe Goliath. Orí mi kọ́, ẹlẹ́dàá mi kọ́. Mélòó ṣe Goliath o?
kàn mọ́ bó ṣe mí láti bí ìjọ mélòó kan bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ti rí àgbẹ̀ gbúrú.
Get that right. Minus one right.
Daddy Akitunde, where are you? Please say it in Ijesha.
Ilésà ni mo wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ilésà ni mo wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Àmì ṣúùtì fíìmù kí a sì mí ṣúùtì ni ìtírẹ́ẹ̀nì ní táìtù rẹ̀. Mẹ́mọ̀ yìí mo lè ṣe ọ Ìjẹ̀ṣà tó yé. Maybe bóyá torí pé mo ti mu omi ní ló jẹ́ kí mi mọ́ sọ Ìjẹ̀ṣà bí mo ti mí sọ mi yé ẹ̀yẹ mi.
Oya ọjọ́ kèló lélẹ̀.
Ọjọ́ kejì rèé ó tí a ti wà ní ilé ìsà o. Ọjọ́ kejì rèé tí a ti wà ní ilé ìsà. Ilé ìsà ni àwa bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Tẹ́bá tí wá ẹ̀ẹ́dì mọ́ra yín, òtò òun á lè gbẹ́rù ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ń lọ tiẹ̀. Bó ti ń lọ, ìwọ ń juwọ́ sí, ìyá ẹlẹ́ni ń fà, ìwọ ń wò, ìyá ẹlẹ́ni ń fà, ìwọ ń wò. Ìgbà tó ṣubú, wọ́n fẹ́ fà wọlé. Bí wọ́n ṣe wọlé, ẹ̀yin jáde.
Adebayo, and we're on the set of The Train. That's the production that talks about the story of our father-in-law, evangelist Mike-Bamiloye, the journey of faith, and this is day 2. You can see we have to shoot the next scene, and about any time from now we'll start this scene. We thank God for the spirit we have, and we know that this is just the beginning of a new thing. God bless you.
He was there. Di Baba. He went to take some time. He's coming back. Di Baba. Mommy, no let her go. Daddy, Shaman, I'm actually shooting to Damino. Daddy, I'm shooting to Damino.
Amayami, ó ti jí mi lọ́wọ́.
Yes, my name is John Oguntoashi. I played the role of Bamini, the tailor, in the movie The Train. My role was funny and interesting. I think the most interesting part of my role is the place where I had to roll the Bible, I Bible, roll the Bible to get if the guy truly stole the money. And meanwhile, I used my hand to roll it. So actually, the people believe in it. That's the practice at that time. So it was interesting for me. So the most challenging role, which of course is not even challenging, was fun for because I have to run, jump fence, jump walls, and cut corners where there was but I had to hit my leg on the stone, and at the place my leg, there was a broken bottle that pitched to my leg. So it was challenging for me, having to run several takes, and to jump fence and to jump gate, and so it was a bit challenging. It's actually interesting to know that Bayomi, which is that Mike, I stole him when he was small. And now he's a minister. So everybody has a background and everybody has a story. So that is for me, and the movie itself is also one thing interesting for me also was to know that Ilesha, where we're shooting, is a very organic and ancient city. I'm loving everything I'm seeing here, and so it's somewhere I would like to come back to shoot again. So basically, it's a great job for Damilola doing a great job and nice shots and everything. But everybody for you directing and today supporting. It was like we're having a refresher class. The whole institute is here. So that is for me. It's great. So watch out for the train, the movie. It's going to be an experience. And life is inspiring story.
Mama say one, B say one. I'm on say. Wait, hold on, pause. Mommy will discover that Bible. So when Mommy discover that Bible, you know that what you've done is an abomination. So we'll be like, Everybody will calm down. Now we're begging her. Bíbélì! Bó bá ṣe àbọ̀ mi ní ó jí owó yìí. Bíbélì yá mọ́ yìí. Ìdí máa yí.
Ọmọ mi ń yí.
Ọmọ mi ń yí. Ọmọ ń yí. Ọ̀lẹ́. Action! Action! Ìwọ yẹn sẹ́yìn níbẹ̀. Yẹn sẹ́yìn níbẹ̀. Oya, ní kó sílẹ̀kùn.
Mr. Wa, are you the director on this set? Are you the director?
No. AS is director.
What's the full meaning?
It's professional language.
Which only you understand.
Searching.
Mr. Johnson, you have entered video.
The front.
Di èlò àìfi mítà.
Bá mi mú kàn.
My name is Damilola, Mike-Bamiloye, and I played the role of Sister Shola. The experience of set, it was beautiful. It was fun being on set, and it was a bit challenging, especially the parts where I had to learn my lines in Yoruba and speak it in Yoruba. So of course I know how to speak Yoruba, but then there's some words that are thick. So I had to learn some of the lines in Yoruba, but it was very, very nice. I enjoyed myself. It was fun.
Mommy, kí ló dé tẹ́ ń bínú sí wa? Mommy, èmi ni mo pinnu láti fẹ́ bra Mike. Ohunkóhun tó bá dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, mo fara mọ́.
My name is Adejumobi Oluwaseun. I'm a drama minister and I'm an evangelical filmmaker. And by God's grace, I'm the president of Fruit Bearers Films International, based in Lagos. Like I said, it was the first time I'll be on the Mount Zion set. And working with fathers, Daddy Yemi Adepoju and Daddy Isaac Akintunde, those are the directors on the set. Working with them for the first time was just beautiful for me. You know, I enjoyed the way they coordinated us and the way we were guided on set, you know, and then advices on how best to deliver the lines, how best to get the mannerism right, you know. It was a beautiful experience with them, and I had good experience working with Sister Tolu Mike-Bamiloye as well, because when I was told that she would be the one that would be acting the role of Shola, and I was like, working with J. Mike's wife, you know, as a young minister, I was a little bit nervous and shy, but when she came and then she just related with us and she was free, so it was very easy to connect with her on set. And then Mommy PMH, Sister Lara Yola, I love you, ma. I love you, ma. You know, you can't be on set with her and not just give your best. So it was a good experience being on set with her as well. And then one of those fascinating experience I had was some of the props that we used, especially the notebook that was used on the set. At that particular set, when Bro Mike was trying to write a script, and then Sister Gloria came and encouraged him to pray for revelation instead of looking for information around. You know, that notebook that Bro Mike used to write was actually the same book that was used to write Agbaranla back then in the 1990s, early 1990s. It was the same book that was used to write Agbaranla. And you know, so seeing that book, seeing the handwriting of our father, Daddy Mike-Bamiloye, on that note, I remember at the front cover I wrote, God dictates and I write. So on the set alone, I started having deep revelation of how to go about this work. This is a man's document. Yes, some of us have not been born when they got this vision. And it's still here, still very fresh on the table. We can still see it. We can still see the handwriting live. Some of us are so careless with God's revelation for us. God will give us something, we misplace it, we don't even know how to go about it again. But that document is still there.
Mike. So what's happening today? What's happening today?
Finally, I captured Sister Gloria.
Sister Gloria in the making. Oh, yeah, say something. Excuse me.
I'm so excited. Today is the big day. Finally, I get to marry for Mike.
Wedding guest.
Attention, everybody. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Today is the wedding ceremony.
Hallelujah.
So, the procedure is that the husband and the wife will be the first to dance out. Then, all other people will be dancing out. As you are dancing out, there will be discussions, happiness, joy, and everything. Then, shaking of hands and hugging each other. After that, photograph. We just arrange ourselves and then we take the photograph. You know.
My name is Omolara Yola PMH. I play the role of Adekpeju in the movie The Train. Adekpeju is Abayomi's elder sister. She happens to be the only family member Abayomi has.
Ọlọ́run tó ń tọ́jú ẹyẹ ojú ọ̀run, tó ń tọ́jú ìrà ilẹ̀, á tọ́jú èmi náà.
Má
má múnú bí mi láàárọ̀ yá Báyọ̀mí. Wàá kówé ẹ̀ báyìí wàá padà lọ sí school yẹn, and you will tell them that that decision was a mistake.
God never makes mistakes. He's intentional.
When I got the script, I was scared. I was thinking, how am I going to act the role of a woman that I didn't know, someone who is still alive, who has a life, who has a mannerism, has a way of doing things. How am I going to do it? And I was really scared. But when the days of location was coming closer, it dawned on me that I had a huge assignment ahead of me. So I didn't have a choice than to just pray, read my script, prepare, and ask God to help me. And that was exactly what happened. God really, really helped. I was glad when I heard that the daughter of the woman said I acted exactly like her mom. And also evangelist Mike-Bamiloye also said that I acted exactly like his sister. That must have been the Holy Spirit that did that amazing job there. It wasn't me, because I didn't have the opportunity. I'd never had the opportunity of meeting the woman, let alone, know her deeply like that, to know how to act the role. But I thank God for the grace He gave me. I thank God for the privilege to be a part of evangelist Mike-Bamiloye's life. I call him Daddy. Thank you, Daddy, for staying strong and for standing with the vision. You have given us the opportunity to also discover ourselves and to also fulfill our purpose. I want to encourage everyone, if you have not seen the movie, The Train, you need to go and see it.
And most importantly, God will always show up for us.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike-Bamiloye, aka J Mikey. I was in charge of the background music and sound effects for the movie The Train. I was also the chief editor of the same movie. The first draft editor was Ruth Adekpoju, and after she was done, it was brought here and we finalized everything here. So here was where we just did the fine-tuning, the rearranging of some scenes, adding the graphics, adding the music. The color grading was done on Dami's side, Damilola Mike-Bamiloye. So after it was done, we brought it here, and then the other visual effects was done. One of the visual effects that was done is the one that people like a lot. Is the one where there was a transition between the scene where Sister Shola was hugging Bra Mike's big sister, and then it transitioned into the wedding scene. So that visual effect was done with Premiere Pro. So what we simply did was just to cut the shots from the wedding scene and then blend it into the shots from the sitting room scene. And the second effect that was done was in Yaeleni's estab shot. On set, the only estab shot, which was the building of where Mama Eleni was living, was shot in the day, and then there was a night scene, so we had to convert day to night. So we just did that with Photoshop, and then we brought it into Premiere Pro. Another effect that was done was in the cinema scene. The cinema scene was done with a blank projector, and shout out to Mike-Bamiloye for this concept. Fun fact, the cinema scene was actually shot on the staircase, but then it was a blank projector, so we had to take it to After Effects and then change the blank screen to the fighting scene. As for the sound effects, there were a lot of scenes there where we had to use Foley sounds, because those sounds were not recorded on set, or they were not that clear on set. The coins dropping in the boy's hand, the water, the door, and so on and so forth. As for the background music and sound effects, by the grace of God, we were able to come up with sounds that went very well with the movie. There was the sound that had to do with when there was funny conflict, which was the one that was done for the trailer itself. Then there was the one that had to do with good times. I titled that one Happy Child. It was the one that had to do with the most emotional part of the movie. So we just needed a guitar sound, and then it developed and it blew up into this very emotional, inspiring sound. For the theme music, you can click on the link above to watch the documentary on the theme music. Okay, and then there were a lot of guitar sounds in the movie, and some of the guitars were done by the software. Some of them were played by Lawrence Oyo.
You know Moyogun.
Moyogun.
Fun fact, one of the guitar sound was actually played by Darasimi Mike-Bamiloye. That's the one that you hear at the beginning of the movie with the chants. Yeah. I think that's all.
Another amazing thing that happened in the train that I will not forget was the fact that before going to location, the truth of the matter is that my wife was pregnant, so the edit day was supposed to be after location, so because that was the period I placed the shooting. But while I was shooting, she called me and said the doctor needed to see her urgently. She said the doctor said she should come to the hospital, and I was wondering is it time for her to deliver, So at the point where I was shooting, I tried calling her in the hospital. Nobody was speaking. Mom was not picking. Nobody was speaking the call. So I decided to just focus on the shooting, because I knew that, okay, God will not lead me here and not take care of my business. Of course, the God that brought me to this shooting will definitely take care of my business, So I started shooting. So I was shooting the scene of the gossip scene.
He received Sister Pelumi as his wife. He has been praying and fasting for the will of God for his life. And he was convinced that Sister Pelumi was the one. He went to meet her and said, God said, you are the will of God for my life. Sister Pelumi looked at him and said, are you sure? Bro Mike said, Sister Pelumi, I am convinced you are the one. Sister Pelumi said, the same God should have convinced you that I am already engaged.
Sister, I told you we are not gossiping.
Those three sisters, after I finished shooting, my brother called me and said my mom wants to talk to me. So I went inside the room and I answered the call. And my mom told me, said, "Hey, Dami, you are now a father." Oh my goodness! I was just. Then I started hearing the baby cry. I've never experienced that kind of feeling before. As I was overwhelmed with laughter, I was laughing like I think somebody was spiritually tickling me. I was just laughing like I don't know, like a madman. I was just completely. I was so overwhelmed with joy.
She's crying. She's crying. She's crying. Let me again. Oh my God.
I ran out and started telling everybody, I'm not a father. So everybody was happy. So it's amazing it's amazing that as we're shooting Gloria, shooting the story of Gloria Bamiloye, another Gloria, Mike-Bamiloye, was born. So it's a fantastic story. The Train is a story a message for the world that God has released for a time like this. And I believe that as we watch this film, we'll be blessed in Jesus' name. God bless you.
débẹ̀ wá jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tí wọ́n bá nígbàgbọ́ kò síbi tó mà lè dé tó o bá nígbàgbọ́ bíi kóró mustadi wàá pàṣẹ fún òkè kókè yẹn ṣídìí Àbáyọ̀mí ọmọ ológo ni ẹ̀.